Brick Chick here, and welcome to Q&A Tuesday. The first question is from Louis Davis, who asked, have you ever used any illegal building techniques in any of your MOCs? Also, do you think you will ever use an illegal building technique in any of your future MOCs? Great question. So if you guys don't know what an illegal building technique is, it's pretty much just a building technique that LEGO doesn't really consider a usable or allowed building technique. You know, it's a technique that LEGO will not use in any of its sets. An example of one is the tile clip technique, where you can, take a tile and kind of insert it into a clip piece. But now I think that is legal. I think LEGO used that in a few sets. I think one of them was like the helicarrier set, the big ginormous set. I believe that's what it's called. But it might still be illegal, but I'm pretty sure that LEGO started using it in sets. I think I've used that a few times. It's a cool technique, putting a tile into a clip. It's pretty useful. Another illegal building technique that I've used is putting a Technic pin inside of like a, like a 1x1 round brick, or just a regular 1x1 brick, and then attaching a brick to the stud on the Technic pin, because then you can have kind of like a double-sided brick assembly thing. It's hard to explain it without actually having pieces to show you, but I'm sure you understand what I'm talking about. I've used that quite a few times. I get how it can kind of be illegal, it could kind of stress the pieces, and that's why there are techniques that are considered illegal, because putting those pieces together kind of creates a little bit of stress and tension, and maybe those pieces aren't meant to fit together, but you kind of force them to fit together. Sometimes it looks like they fit together, but they really don't, and the pieces could eventually break. But I'll admit, I use illegal building techniques. I don't really care, I'll use them. And, if I use them in a MOC, my MOCs aren't together for more than a couple months. And then I'll take it apart, so I'm not that worried about stressing the pieces. But I do get why there are some pieces that you just can't put together. You can't force them to fit together or they will break. So I do get that. But yes, I do use them. I have used them in MOCs. I will continue to use them in future MOCs, whether LEGO considers them legal or not. Because if two pieces seem to fit together and work well together, I will put them together, and so do many other people. The next question is from Freets Holm, who asked, are you going to build some Christmas ornaments or some other holiday decor? If so, what are you going to build? Great question. So, wow, it's crazy to think that Christmas is in 2 months and 2 weeks? Something crazy like that. Yeah, it's coming up really, really soon. So now you have me thinking about, Christmas MOC and MOC ideas and cool build ideas. In past years, I've done tutorials on some Christmassy things. I did a tutorial on a Christmas tree and also on a fireplace with stockings hanging on it. I like making little Christmas MOCs. I also made a cup of hot chocolate once. I made a little winter scene. I like making wintry MOCs. So that's definitely something I'd like to do. I think it'd be fun to try to make LEGO Christmas ornaments. I think that'd be cool. If I did, I'd make a tutorial on that. I'd like to make maybe little mini Christmas builds, maybe even some sort of a winter Christmassy house that's, filled with Christmas decorations. That would be something that I would like to do. So that's definitely something to think about. Unfortunately, I still can't build anything right now because my LEGO stuff is still packed up. Our basement is almost finished. Hopefully I'll be able to get my LEGO stuff out in the next 2 weeks, maybe 3, hopefully 2. I will be uploading a update video on the construction of what is going to be my new LEGO room very soon. I just have not had the time to edit it, but I will try to upload that soon so you guys can see that. But yeah, once that's done, I'll get all my pieces out and I can build MOCs again, and I can start thinking about making Christmas MOCs, which I think will be really fun. So yes, I am planning on making Christmas ornaments and MOCs and stuff. I think that'd be really fun. I don't know exactly what I'm going to make, but I will let you know once I know. And then the last question I'm going to be answering in this video is from Nameless, who asked, now that you've moved and have more room for LEGO building, have you given more thought on creating your own LEGO city? That is a great question. So, I know a lot of you guys are probably thinking about that, and I've been thinking about it a lot too. Now that I do have more space, I've said in the past that the reason I don't have a LEGO city is because I don't have the time, space, or money. And now one of those factors has been eliminated. I now do have the space to possibly make a small LEGO city. it would be by no means a massive Lego city. Like Giant Bricks' Lego city is like 250 square feet. My Lego room's not even 250 square feet, so that's definitely not a possibility. I would never have the time, money, or space to build a Lego city that big. But now I do have the space to possibly have like a, like a table the size of my current building table, which is like 2 feet by like 4 feet, I think. A table that size, I could have a Lego city on it. That's all I would really have room for. So yes, now I do have the space, but I still wouldn't say that I have the time or money. Building a Lego city is very expensive. You have to buy lots of base plates, you have to buy a table, and you have to buy a lot more pieces because those pieces get made into MOCs and then those stay together. You can't just like have a certain amount of pieces, build something, take it apart, build something new. You have to buy a lot more pieces because, you're not reusing pieces. So that would be really expensive. I don't have a ton of money to spend on Lego. I do make some money off of YouTube, but it's not a ton, and I'm planning on buying a camera and stuff. I'll make a video on that some other time, talking more about that. But yeah, that'd just be really expensive. Base plates are expensive, and I don't know. And then time, the other factor. I've been really busy lately. I barely have time to make Q&A Tuesday videos. So building a Lego city would be very time consuming. A lot of time spent building MOCs and, creating a layout and stuff like that. But, forgetting about all of that, it would be very fun. Building a Lego city is something that I've always wanted to do, something I'm very interested in. So, if I had time, space, and money, I would just build with Lego all day, honestly. I mean, who wouldn't want to do that? That would be so fun. But, yeah, I'm a senior in high school. I'm very busy. I have a job, and, Lego's just not a main priority right now, just because I don't have a ton of free time. And if I do have free time, I'm not going to be spending all of it on building with Lego. But, so yeah, I really don't know. I mean, I would like to, and I know you guys really, really want me to, and I would feel bad, if I don't build one, but I don't want to start making a Lego city just being pressured by you guys, because I don't want to start one and, spend money on it and time on it, and then just end up, stopping the whole thing. So, I don't know. I honestly, just thinking about it now, I'll probably go and change my mind later and decide to make a Lego city. But I don't know, I really like just making, big MOCs and then taking them apart and making another big MOC. I don't know how enjoyable it would be for me to make a bunch of smaller MOCs and keep them together and then just have those same MOCs just sitting there, because eventually a Lego city gets to the point where you can't really change much, unless you add on an extra table or you're, renovating it or whatever. But, making MOCs and just keeping them together and on display doesn't really seem that fun for me. I like making new things, and although it's not enjoyable to have to take a MOC apart, it's very time consuming. It's also very heartbreaking too, because I spent so much time on MOCs and then I just have to take them apart. But I don't know, that's what I'm used to, that's what I like. I like being able to make new things. I don't know, I keep going back and forth. Like I said, it would be cool, but also I don't really have the time or money to do it, and I'm not even sure if I want to anymore, just because I like making massive MOCs, massive detailed houses. That's what I like doing. I don't know how I would feel about making, smaller MOCs, because that's more limiting. As you can't just make a bunch of massive MOCs and put them in a Lego city. You'd be able to fit like 2 in a Lego city, the size that I would be able to fit in my Lego room. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'll let you guys know once I kind of decide, but for now, once the construction on my Lego room is all done, I'm just going to unpack my stuff and just not even thinking about possibly starting a Lego city right now. I just want to get all my stuff out and start building, big MOCs again and get my filming table down there and everything. So, once I kind of get settled in and everything's back to normal in my Lego life, I will think about it some more and let you guys know what I decide. And that concludes this episode of Q&A Tuesday. I hope that answered all of you guys' questions, and if you guys have any more questions for me, please put them in the comments below and I will do my best to answer them. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a big thumbs up, comment, and subscribe so that you know when I make new videos. And thanks for watching, guys.